Hello, everybody, and welcome. I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And it is Raptor basketball tonight as the Toronto Raptors go up against the Boston Celtics. And we're ready for the tip out in Boston. Kevin Harlan and the crew with the call.
So let's take a look at the Toronto Raptors starting lineup. Lowry and DeRozan, they're the backcourt. Patterson is the 4 with Valanciunas in the middle. And it's Johnson in at the 3 spot. And for the Celtics, they've got Jared Sullinger. Isaiah Thomas out there with Avery Bradley. Then it's David Lee. And it's Schröder in at the 3 spot.
Well, you know, you look at the Raptors and they improved in a number of ways last season, but their bench play was one of their bigger improvements. I mean, they had one of the weaker benches in the league around last year.
It's game time in Boston as the crowds look to cheer on the Celtics. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. And guys, what are we going to be looking for in this one from Avery Bradley?
And I tell you, another quality that separates him from the crowd is the way he will fight his way through any screen in front of him. I mean, he just takes pride in not losing his man easily.
Well, it was the Toronto Raptors in their last game, a loss to the Indiana Pacers.
And guys, just look at the turnover stats in that game. You're not going to win giving it up as many times as they did.
Not unless you play an even tougher brand of defense on your end and force more turnovers for the other side. That's the only way you're going to get that thing squared away.
Just 5 to shoot. Shot from 6. Johnson with the defensive effort. Great one thing about the Raptors last year, they made the moves they needed to in order to be sure to fix their bench, strengthen their bench. It showed on paper and in person.
Yeah, credit their front office. In 2014, they had a bottom 5. Last season, they flipped that, became a top 5 bench in terms of that scoring, and even had the 6th man of the year leading the way.
Lou Williams. Let's send it out to DB, who caught up with head coach Brad Stevens. Doris?
He told me there aren't many big men with the mobility and length of Jonas Valanciunas, and that he's a player they'll really have to account for, saying, quote, JV's still developing his skill set, but there just aren't that many people in the world of his size. And you factor in his motor, he can really impact a game. Guys, we'll see how they try to deal with him.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. And Toronto has possession following the bucket by the Celtics. And Patterson kicks to DeRozan. Back to Patterson. Toronto needs to get off his shot. And DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist by Patterson. DeRozan's got his first basket.
DeMar DeRozan, one of the few players that can knock down a shot like that.
It's stolen by DeRozan. Left side, DeRozan. Johnson, the pass to DeRozan. Back to Johnson. There's the dish to DeRozan. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. 6 on the shot clock. And Boston with the rebound. Coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
And hard to say whether it was the game plan defensively that let them down or just the inability to really bring the fire on that side of the ball.
And guys, it was a bit befuddling to me as to why they stuck with it. I mean, they dug themselves a hole and couldn't find the tweaks they needed to get out of it.
Here's Lowry. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Lowry's got 5 points so far.
And guys, we've seen teams hire college coaches with no NBA experience before. It hasn't always worked out, but for Boston.
And Jared Sullinger picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Raptors leading by 5. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Lowry with the ball. He's coming off a 10-point game against Indiana.
And also, his assist total tells you about the job he did of keeping his head up and keeping his teammates involved. They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of it.
Now here's Sullinger. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Comes up empty down low.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
And Patterson kicks to low. They get the rebound. Valanciunas inside. Sullinger's there.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep hitting the ball in the paint like this. Oh, a little touch of class there at the end of the play as he was able to convert on the finger roll.
The Celtics shooting their Rosen. Free throw no good for Thomas.
And guys, as much as Isaiah Thomas can help you on offense, at times he can hurt immediately, posted up by whomever he's guarding. Season.
That one is off. Greg, you're talking about Isaiah Thomas before. Certainly his short stature limits him on Clark, the defensive side.
Yeah, but you know what? He doesn't rack up a ton of steals given his instincts and quickness. I think he really focuses on making his impact at the offensive end.
Amir Johnson's checked in for Isaiah Thomas.
Well, you could see a change in the play with the Celtics after the trade deadline last year. Adding Isaiah Thomas gave them some pop off the bench and really created some balance for them offensively. I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
And that one's good. Johnson's got his first 2 points of the night.
And you've also got to love what a forceful low-post defender he is. If he blocks one of your shots, you remember. He sends them into the stands to make a point.
Now, here's Joseph. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Joseph's got his first 2 points. And that was